based on the look of your faces, you had as many hours of sleep as I have. Let's present our findings, shall we? Matthias, do you want to start?
Yeah, I think that's most appropriate. Based on our own research and the research of our independent research teams, we can sadly conclude that the aliens are in fact hostile.
Of course they are. I could have told you that yesterday without doing any research.
Separately from your delusional idea that your wife got abducted by aliens, we now have some actual concrete proof that the aliens are hostile.
Yes, indeed. There have been 3 separate incidents where the aliens behaved aggressively. Some of these incidents can be attributed to self-defense, but others are clear indications of aggression.
Okay, yes, let's start with the first incident. According to our contacts, on the 9th of May at 21:41, a group of soldiers were sent towards the mothership in order to establish some sort of contact. Out of the 3, only 1 survived.
Oh my god, what happened to the other 2?
Well, they all have been hit by one of the alien weapons as soon as they got too close to the mothership. And luckily one of them was not hit in any vital regions. As it stands now, he's likely to fully recover.
What I find quite curious about this incident is that they were not necessarily armed.
What do you mean, not necessarily armed?
Well, they of course weren't sent into hostile territory without any weapons. However, the weapons that they had were put on safety and were lowered. They also carried a white flag.
They carried a white flag? Did they really think aliens would recognize an earthly symbol for a ceasefire?
I have no idea why they performed this military action. If you ask me, it was quite dumb. And more importantly, terrible sad for the 2 soldiers and their families.
I agree, but to play devil's advocate, it's not necessarily shown that the aliens indeed have hostile intentions then.
Dude, 2 people have just been killed by aliens.
I know, but you said it yourself. The aliens might not have recognized the symbol for a ceasefire. They might have still not have any ill intentions.
That might be true for this incident, but it's not for the others.
Yes, a little after the first incident, and then on the 10th of May at 6:53, they put their weapons outside of the mothership.
Have they used those weapons yet?
They have not.
Well, they could still just be setting up their defenses, right?
David, do I need to remind you you're an intern?
Well, all I'm saying... Never mind.
Well, yeah, and thing is, the third incident is the most awful yet.
Come on, really? You saved the worst news for last.
I mean, I'm afraid there's not much good news either way.
Yeah, the 2 ships we mentioned yesterday, they performed targeted strikes. One of them struck the gallery, leaving it as the hideous building you see at the front of the campus.
Yes, keep in mind that this is all confidential, by the way. Apart from us, the government and the independent research group, nobody can know about this.
Yeah, indeed, the government claimed they're just rebuilding the gallery.
Sons of bitches. How did they get this strike?
Luckily, nobody has been injured.
Exactly, but the other ship also performed a strike, namely an abduction.
And you all thought I was crazy!
I'm pretty sure we all still think you're crazy.
Yeah, however, this abduction is in fact real. We assume that it's to study the inhabitants of this planet.
Who did they abduct?
They abducted a student named, Barren van Dartel.
Yeah, the government is covering it up in a very weird way. They're saying he's looking for his keys in Groningen.
Oh no, weird cover-up.
Yeah, so the current situation is as follows. Let's see. We have 2 people dead, 1 person missing, 1 person injured, and 1 building destroyed. All in roughly 1 day's worth of time. I will update you on the precautions that we take soon. But first, I would like to hear from Jochem and Arda what they have accomplished.
Yeah, as you ask, I investigate with what the amount of life forms on the mothership is, and there are 53 aliens on there.
Only 53? We can handle 53. I say we blast those sons of bitches.
That's up to the military to decide. We can only advise them on what actions to take.
There's also one important thing to note here. Even though there are only 53 aliens there, we don't know if there are more aliens out there in the galaxy. Maybe if we attack them, they just call for backup. I will try to find out if there are more aliens in the galaxy.
Yes, it's the exact concern from the military. They have weapons pointed at the sky at all times now in case more aliens land on the planet.
Okay, wait, but let's rewind a bit. The two spaceships performed a strike on Earth. Where are they now? And do you have any more information about that?
Yes, we do. We successfully managed to track them.
Yes, and because of this tracking, the military is closing in on the location of the ships as we speak. They hope to deliver us pieces of the ship in a few hours so they can find more about these
Nice.
aliens.
That's wonderful news. When I get my hands on that, I can do my research more efficiently.
Finally, some good news after all. Now let me add on to that with some more good news.
Please do.
So as I promised, I would get in contact with a few independent research teams. So I visited a few base operations yesterday, and I'm happy to say that they're doing great research.
What are they working on exactly?
Well, they seem to keep finding these alien artifacts scattered around the campus.
What kind of artifacts?
That's the weird part. They almost look like some sort of puzzle.
Puzzles.
Yeah, here, look. Here.
Oh,
Yeah, it's weird.
okay, that's actually remarkable. I think by studying these puzzles we can actually learn a lot about the aliens, like where they came from and how they communicate.
Shut up, David. This is my part. Don't try to steal my thunder. Anyway, my theory is that by studying these alien artifacts, we might actually learn a lot about the aliens, like how they communicate and where they're from.
Bruh.
Well, great work, everyone. Let's make some progress and a little more extra for tomorrow. I think the more we get to know about the aliens, the faster we can get rid of them.
Oh wait, before you close the meeting, I think you promised us to tell us about the precautions that are taken.
Oh yeah, that's true. I have to overhear. 55% of all people living within the 30 kilometers from the mothership have been evacuated. The other 45% will be evacuated over the course of the next 2 days. And we have also readied all of the troops, and we have gotten international support where needed.
Hell yeah. These aliens do not stand a chance.
Okay, but again, you all know what to do, right? So give it 150% and we'll see all of you back tomorrow.